Salutations! My name is Kartosael and welcome to a brand new series. Indeed. So, for those of you who are observant and knowledgeable, you might actually already get a hint of what this series is about. It is Minecraft, well that much is probably sure already. But it isn't... Well, it is single player, but it's not vanilla. It is modded. There are mods installed. Two to be precise. Thaumcraft and Thaumic Tinkerers. Hence the title of this series, Thaumic Craft. And there's skeletons there. So Thaumcraft is one of the few mods I really like. I'm not too much into the whole mods thing, because I feel that they are quite overpowered and they give you lots of cool stuff, but they disbalance the entire game, and I don't really like that. So I just came back from caving. Oh, bother that. So I'm not going to do it from the ground up, obviously. So I'm not going to start by chopping down the first tree, etc, etc. No, I have set up a small base, I have gathered some materials, but not much, and I haven't done anything with the mod itself just yet. Well, except use some of the new things. For example, this tree. This is great wood, and I've used some of that wood. And this entire biome actually is a magical forest, which comes from Thaumcraft. That's also a special tree. So let's get into the base, and I'm actually about to start with the actual Thaumcraft stuff. I'll bring up to speed to what I have. All of this is actually Thaumcraft, I believe. Yeah, it is. And this is all the normal stuff I have, although this is Thaumcraft as well. If you see things and I don't explain them, then I will at a later time, just not yet. And I also try to keep burning stuff only when I absolutely need to. So, more stuff. Go ahead, bones. And more stuff. All of this I will explain at a later time. As you can see, I am still using some stone tools, some iron tools. I haven't found any diamonds at all, which is kind of annoying. But what can you do? So I'm not that far into the game yet. But I just want to have a little start so we can actually get going with the actual Thaumcraft part. So I said I don't generally like using mods, so why am I using Thaumcraft? Because not only is it a very creepy sound, it's a very cool mix and mash of technology and magic. It's also very balanced. If you want very powerful stuff, then you have to go and pay dearly for it. This is the farm area of my base, by the way. Oh, wow. Alright. So, that's what I really like about this mod. And usually when people play modded Let's Play, they have a lot of different mods installed, and I don't really like doing that. Ugh, wow, misclicking happens in every series. Because, well, I first came into contact with Thaumcraft. This is version 4.1, when it was still version 4.0, and quite a few things have changed since then. But I did get quite far in Thaumcraft, because you can't do everything from the get-go. There's a certain precision in it, a certain advancement, and but I also had quite a bunch of other mods installed, and because Thaumcraft is so well balanced and most other mods are not, those other mods just provide a much easier way of doing things, and I am a man of taking the path of least resistance. So I use those mods instead. So that's why I wanted to isolate Thaumcraft. Actually, I already wanted that when it's just 4.0, but now it's 4.1 and a couple of things have changed, especially if you're used to 4.0. So for those people it's also a bit of new stuff, but I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I'm going to assume that you guys know little to nothing about it. So if you do know something about Thaumcraft and I'm stating obvious things, then that's why. So let's get started with the actual Thaumcraft stuff. Of course, all what you see is just normal, except that these are the great wood logs. This is the great wood planks. By the way, over here we have nothing. Nothing, well, lava. And bookshelves, because I don't have an enchanting table yet, because I haven't found any diamonds yet. But another great advantage of Thaumcraft, one of the items you must make also works as a manual. And you only really need to know how to start it, and all the rest can be found in that manual. So what you need are these iron nuggets, 10 to be exact, but hey. And you need 2 iron caps, like so. And I'm going to ditch these. Sure. And then we make a iron capped wooden wand. It's quite a mouthful, but this is like your wrench. It's your multi-tool. It's your Swiss Army knife of Thaumcraft. The wands are the most important tool you will ever have in this mod. Oh, and Thaumic Tinkerers, by the way, is just an add-on. Adds a couple of extra stuff. Now what you might immediately see, except when I do this, is in the top left corner of my screen, here, a circle with 6 tanks, vials. I'll explain that when we get there. But this is one of the 2 items you need to get started. The other item is a bookcase. Now I do have 15 over there, but they are for the enchanting table that I hope one day to have. And these, just your ordinary, oh bother, ordinary bookcase. This is, wow, same mistake twice. Wow, I suck. So we have a bookcase, boom, we have a wand, and we right click it. And we have our manual, the Thaumcraft. And it shows you so many things in so many different categories. And we will at some point cover each and every one of them. Ooh. But right now, because this is actually the first time that I played 4.1. Why is this all visible? I wonder. Oh no, it's not all visible, because I know that it branches that way as well. Yes, it's certainly not all visible. So I'm going to read up on what the changes are, and I will be back with you. Alright, so I have read up a bit. The beginning, most of it is as I was used to. And Thaumcraft, the way procession works in Thaumcraft, you have to research stuff. This is what all kind of things you can do. For example, goggles of revealing is a very nice item to have, but you need to research that. And to research that, you need 2 things. A research table and a research note. So let's look at the research table first. What do we need to make a research table? It's a magical construct from table and scribing tool. Table is made with slabs and planks, easy enough, right? And scribing tools can be made from vials, feather and ink sacs, or just your standard old bottles, feather ink sac. You can even refill old one. I'm going to go for vials because, as you know, you get 3 glass bottles from 3 glass blocks. Vials, you get 8 if you add 1 clay. So that's what we're going to do. Here we go. Just gathered some clay and some glass. I hope I have feathers. I believe I do. There we go. 8 vials. And 1 ink sac. Ah, not a lot. I do believe we need 2 of those, by the way. So let's do that. Does the order? No, you can do it whatever you want. Great. So those don't stack because they have, oh, how do you call that? Durability, that's how you call that. Let's put Thaumcraft in that. And we need the tables. Do I have slabs anywhere? No. But that's not very difficult to create. There we go, we needed 2. There we go. So we have these, the tables, and now we can start using one of these rooms. And we use our tools, and there we have it, a research table. And some excess materials, of course, but we're going to need to go that way anyway. So this is the research table. Right, let's not look into that just yet. So the second thing we need is research notes. And I want to start with research expertise. You already see you need scribing tools and paper to get this research note. We have scribing tools, we do not, however, have paper. So let's grab that. Wood first. We have plenty of sugarcane. Must have things orderly. And now click to get the research note for this research. Bonk! You already have this research note in your inventory. Here we go. So what we need to do now is head back here and put this one in there. And now it doesn't make sense at all. Now does it? You have these thingies and whatnot. So what's that all about? Well, these things are called aspects. And you start out with these 6 aspects of magic. You have the primal aspects, where you start out with. I don't know why some are 17, 18, 19, 15. But you just get them at random, I guess. And they're like, yeah, you need to get those to research this. That's the basic principle of that. Now, how did you get those? Well, there are several ways. But the most common one is using a thermometer. This one, which we'll create in a second. But there is another small thing that needs to be said. You see these question marks? These are not the only 6 aspects that exist. There are many more. And these question marks mean that they are aspects that I have not yet discovered. So let's make a thermometer. Let's use green because I have plenty of green. We needed 2 gold and 1 glass. I think this is wrong. It is. It's still wrong. There we go, the thermometer. Oh dear. This thing used to be a lot more expensive actually. You used to have 1 of every type, which was pretty annoying because some are very hard to get. Now we have this thing. What is this all about? This is your basic research tool. Everything you see around you is made up out of aspects. For example, stone. Made out of saxum. You can see in the bottom right that I have just discovered saxum. I did not know that existed before, but now I do. As you can see, saxum just joined ranks. But it's still not the ones we need. Now what about wood? You do not have all the knowledge required to understand this. So what is that all about? Well, consider the aspects of magic. You have primal and compound. Consider it like a house of cards. You need to have the compounds of the next one. Doesn't that sound really vague? You see, Saxum is made out of Terra and Terra. So you need Terra in order to discover Saxum. And Victus, I know, is one for sure. I believe you can also just do it in here. Yes, Victus. So, Victus is made up out of Aqua and Terra. If you do not have Terra, you cannot discover Victus. If you do not have Aqua, you cannot discover Victus. So, wood is made out of something of which I do not have the individual components just yet. This I do. And this as well. So you want to actually just scan everything. Oopity-da. And I know I had slab somewhere. Bookshelf, again too difficult. Torch. Lux, and it says you have discovered a new clue to research. So somewhere in here there must be some new research available. But I don't know. Maybe here? I don't know. No clue. And Great Block, can you... No, not yet. And I was looking for you. And those, they all count individually. Stairs, slabs. So we want to scan as many items as you possibly can. Do I have stone slabs? I do. Let's scan that. Nothing can be learned. Well, that's strange. Didn't expect that. I have all those. I don't think I can scan this yet. Nope. Because there's something in there that I have not yet discovered. Furnace. Shift. Oh, yeah, that worked. And if we go back to our table, you see that they have all expanded, but Saxum, which we had 3 of, we now have 15. So every time you scan something, it adds to your inventory of aspects, and I hope it's... I don't think it's daytime. No, it's not. But let's head outside. Oh, first let us scan some dirt. Oh, cows. I know for a fact that I do not have the knowledge to... There we go. To scan living things. These are mana beans. Again, it's something we will address much later. Because it's not yet entirely relevant. So let's go up the ladder. No, I cannot understand it yet. No one? Good. Oh, zombie. Could try scan it, but I know for a fact that that's not possible yet. Flash? Nope. Can I scan grass? Nope. Mushrooms? Nope. Nope, and I can't access that either. That's what you call an aura node. I believe I once saw one over there. Near a creeper hole. Yes, there we are. This is an aura node. It says so. You scan this. Boom! Oh wow, that's a really big Terra one. 84 Terra has just been added to my research. So even if you have, try not to wreck them. Even if you have scanned every item there is, then you can keep on finding these and scan those. Downside is, you don't really see them all that well if you don't use your thermometer, which is a bit of a pain, but there is a solution to that, just not anytime soon. And what we have over there is a great wood tree with spider webs. I'm not going anywhere near that, because as soon as they have spider webs, that means that there's a poison spider spawner right at the base of it. So I'm gonna stay clear from that. You know, I'm not going to put you guys through scanning each and every item. I'll do that on my own. Is this a different? No, it's just dirt. So I'll be back after I scanned a good deal of items. Alrighty, I'm back, and as you can see in the bottom right corner of my screen, I've been doing quite a bit of research, and those clues that I had no clue about, that's things like this. It is visible. I do have the prerequisite, but I cannot do it. So I need to find an item, scan it, and only then can I actually research that. A lot of things I can now actually access, like over here, especially over here, So that's good. Some things like these with an orange background, orangey, they won't be available until you scan the right item. Same for this, I suppose. And this, and lots of stuff I still need. And we got many of them. Not yet all of them, I believe, but a great deal. Let's get this back on my bar. Actually, that's the downside. You need all those items. And as you can see, I have all three now. Now, how you complete this research is linking these three together. So I can make a link from here to here, and then to there, or from there to there, and there, or there and there. I just need a single line between the three. Now, to connect those, you need to place a proper aspect next to this one. So here we have Cognito, and I have a sneaky little cheat sheet that tells me that Cognito is made out of Terra and Spiritus. So I can place Terra and Spiritus next to this. But things made out of Cognito will also work, like Humanus. Now if you're wondering how am I to know about a cheat sheet, well, this is actually the cheat sheet I just made a photo of. So, yeah. That's why I want this research, because in this screen it will allow me to show what it's made of without using that sheet. It's just so much more convenient. And if you want to know, hey, have I scanned this already? You just hold shift and you can see what it's made out of. If it doesn't show what it's made out of, then you haven't scanned it, like the thermometer. Because I need another thermometer to scan a thermometer. And I don't really feel like scanning another thermometer, because I now have to make another thermometer. So I need to make a bridge from here to there. So from Cognito to Ordo. If I go straight to Terra, then it's going to be annoying to get there. So if I go to Spiritus and check what Spiritus is made out of. Spiritus is made out of Victus and Mortos. Yeah, this is going to be pretty hard. So I'm just going to look around for a bit and be right back. Right, so let's give this a try. Cognito is made out of Spiritus and Terra. So I want to have Terra and place it here. Drag it. And you can see it's linked up, and it takes a bit of ink. Terra is one of the components of Victus. And Aqua is one of the components of Victus. Because Victus is made out of Terra and Aqua, and Gallum is made out of Aqua and Ordo. So now we have this connected. And now I need to find a bridge here. If you place something and you didn't really need it, you will have to remove it. But you won't get it back. So keep that in mind. So we need to go from Ordo to sensus, which is made out of air and spiritus. Oh, this might actually work in the same way, because if I do this to air and tempestas, oh, I don't have that. How do I even get that? Because that's water and air, like this. Boom, now we have. They changed that, didn't they? Alright, I'll be right back again. Aha! Both sensus and cognito are made out of spiritus. I keep forgetting I need to drag them. Like so, and now we just need to insert one of the components of spiritus. Victus. And now it's all linked, the hexagon dissipates, and we have this, which we just right click, research complete. No, that's the carrot. So now we have research expertise. You have become more efficient at performing research, blah 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 blah. So now we see what they are made out of, and our cheat sheet is hardly necessary. Hardly. Now I want this, because I saw somewhere that could be very useful. Oh dear. But I'll do this off camera, because this is just a repetition of what we did just now. I'll do most of the research off camera, so don't worry too much about that. So that research has been completed, and now we can make a deconstruction table. And what this allows us to do is take an item, stuff it in there, and it will break it down into one of its primal aspects. So that's another way of getting these research points, and you can use those aspects to create the more difficult ones. Because we have that expertise in research, you can just control click. No, I believe there was. Oh bother. Or is that the next tier of research that you can just create them in the table? Probably. Oh well. Let's get working on the deconstruction table. So we need another thermometer, a table, golden pickaxe and golden axe. It is expensive. I probably don't even have enough gold. I do not. So we'll just cook it up. Oh, hello iron. And my inventory is pretty messy. But we can get the other stuff, like the table. Oh, that's too much. Let's just grab 2 tables while we're at it. And like so. We needed another thermometer. We can now use these. And we need more glass, which we can actually then scan. So that's a good thing. Am I doing it wrong again? Yes. That's special. And there we go. So we have a table with that, and come on, come on. I might as well make sticks while we're waiting. Almost. And there we go. So we needed a pickaxe. No, not a hoe. And an axe. So we need a table here. This there. But it doesn't work. What's up with that? Well, if you watch closely, you see arcane workbench and burrito. What's all that about? Well, Thaumcraft has its own little workbench, the arcane work table. You need to build that using the extra table I made, and boom, just right click it with the iron capped wood wand. Now I put the items in once again. I want you back on my bar. And now it's shouting insufficient vis. What's vis, you might wonder? Well, that's magical energy stored in your wand. There are actually two basic ways of getting that. And how much you have is actually shown in the top left corner. The most easy way of getting it is finding yourself a aura node. Who goes? Oh, hello. Well, actually, another way of doing it is killing monsters. As you can see, they drop little orbs. And those are actually vis. As you can see now, if you hold shift, it shows 380704. That's 3 air, 8 terra, 0, I gonna bet that's ignis, 7 aqua, 0 order, and 4 pedito. Where was that? Whopping big. There we go. So we just walk up to one of these nodes and start draining it. And you can see the terra increasing rapidly. But the node's a lot poorer now. Try not to drain it, because it may be destroyed in the process. So we have a little bit. I would prefer to have more mobs. These wands, iron cap wood wand, can only store 25 V's, and as you can see, it has 110% V cost. The cost is determined by the caps, and the amount it can hold is determined by the wand itself. This is just a normal stick I will use as a wand, so don't expect too much of it. Actually, let's kill some of the cows. Maybe that will work. I pronounced that really wrong, really weird. Grab a bit of wheat. Try not to get stuck. Oh, that's a lot of wheat. And take them. We need 8. Because we have 8 cows. Breed, boys. And girls, otherwise it's weird. And kill the excess. Now it's important that you keep your wand on your bar. It's not enough to have it in your inventory, it has to be on your bar. Because I had it in my inventory all the while I was running around scanning stuff, and I had to kill a few mobs in self-defense, so it was still 0-0. And I did not empty it. So now we have a bit, but still only 4 pedito. So let's get rid of this. And this. And go back out, because, yeah, we need to find more places where we can tap it. So let's climb up. Actually, not quite sure if I scanned that one yet. I have not. Oh wow. Sano, that's a new one. Hello. Die. And give me your essence. Your V. So this has a little bit of everything. I am trying not to drain it dry. I don't want the fire to be gone, because fire is pretty annoying to get. Oh, that's a wisp, by the way. It's a mob from Thaumcraft. Some of them just dance around in the air, and some dance around intent on killing you. Like so. The problem is, those little V orbs they drop, they despawn really quick. So I want to be near him when I kill him. Actually, no idea what kind of V he drops. Oh wow. That was way off. And again. Come down and fight me, you magical orb of magic. Oh. There we go. So they're pretty annoying to kill, but they also drop these essences. And they are actually one of the very few sources of aurum, that sunnetje. That, what did I just say? That's that little sun. Why did I change to Dutch all of a sudden? Huh. Well, as you can see, I haven't scanned everything yet. Ooh, I haven't scanned that guy yet. And I'm going to try and do stuff with him later. Can I scan him without him trying to kill me? I can. Good. But I still need essence. Actually, I can try and kill the Enderman. No, I cannot. It's not a good idea. So let me run around, gather enough fish so we can continue. And I'll be back. So I am back. And my wand is entirely full. So now we place it in here. You can see what's inside. And now we have enough to make this one. And you can see we only have 3 potato left. So let's place this thing down here. And destroy a bunch of carrots. Now it will only give you primal aspects. But the more intricate an item is, the more the faster it goes. So this has lots of high level aspects. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to grip the words. And so it deconstructs pretty fast. If you, for example, would take stone, just take 2, you see it goes a bit slower. It's not too bad. But the chance of it actually giving something seems also less. So after watching it for a while, carrots dissolve into potato most of the time, then aqua, and terra, and very rarely air. So if you want ordo or ignis, then we're going to have to deconstruct something different. But that's going to be it for this episode. I do think I'm going to look around, seeing if there's more I can destroy. Maybe not. Huh, well that's pretty obvious what you get from that. This will give us less than this. Well, we'll see. Well, I don't really want that bread, so I can just destroy it. Just a really nice thing. If you have stuff that you didn't really want, like these, we can just destroy them. And maybe we'll get something in return. So that's the methods for obtaining aspects. Ooh, ordo. That's actually a nice one to remember. Buttons might give ordo. Ooh. Potato. And the bread. So, that's a useful trash bin. I'm not quite sure about the shiny though. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching. This episode has been a bit long because it's an introduction. Have I scanned my bed? No. And with that, we conclude our episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.